cards and a monitor. Cards plus a video monitor. That one. Previously I recorded a video of an ultra-wide monitor which is working out great for me. Woo! It's that one right there. It's an ultra-wide Westinghouse monitor. Still works great weeks after I bought it. Great for gaming, great for computing tasks like editing crazy long videos, you know, designing things. I figured I wanted to push it a little further, getting a cool graphics card. And so I tried a few, which are all NVIDIA products. I thought about getting an AMD based GPU, but I just looked at the features of the NVIDIA ones and I like them more. And so I decided to go with an Nvidia card. And so the ones that I'm going to be comparing are three of them: the GTX650, the RTX2060, and the GTX1660. The purpose of this video is to have sort of like a comparison of different GPUs plus a monitor slash an unboxing of the Evga Geforce Rtx 2060. So long story short, about 2013 I purchased a computer because I was in the search for a new computer and I was looking for a gaming computer. So I was very cheap and I just found a Lenovo K450 computer, which at the time had decent hardware, and so I just went with that and it was great. So since then I've updated a lot of its hardware, and this is what it currently has. It's got 16 gigs of DDR3 memory, an i7 4770 3.4 gigahertz processor, Intel processor. It's got a 500 gigabyte solid state drive and a 2 terabyte hard drive. It also, when I purchased it initially, it came with a card, an NVIDIA GTX650 card. Time to review these cards with you. So then, fast forward 7 years, all of a sudden I got the gaming bug. So I'm like, ooh, I wonder how this is gonna work in the real world. So I was like, let's try it out. And I got Star Wars. Let me try different settings and see how it works with GTX 650, and then how that compares to the Geforce Rtx 2060. So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, we're gonna turn it on here really quick. So here's the thing. The games, I've played this game already with two different graphics cards. Both times it looks gorgeous. It's a really pretty game. The rocks look really pretty. So I guess I never thought about that, but for computer gaming, like that's one of the things that was attracting me to it. I said, I wanted something that looks really good. So you can get really good graphics even with a crappy video card. I mean GPU. The thing is though, your refresh rate is what sort of determines how good a gameplay you have. So right now, this is the NVIDIA GTX 650. The game is starting. As you can see, this thing here is running at 60 frames per second. Now it just dropped from 60 to 2030, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit continue here. We're gonna go ahead and kick off the game. So right there, it doesn't look great, but it's playable. I can still play, you know. If I get a monster who attacks me, I can still sort of push him away, do things, you know, boom. I'm gonna change the settings. So if I put this guy on, I'm gonna put it on video here. I'm gonna get abusive and I'm gonna say that I want it to be the highest resolution possible that this monitor gives you, which is 3440 by 1440, right? Which is that. I'm gonna say accept that, and then I'm gonna say give me epic settings. So it's gonna take a little while to render, but things are gonna look really pretty here in a little bit. And it's a full screen, but look how freaking slow this thing is. It's going at 12 frames per second. Look, I'm gonna jump. jump. Like 2 seconds later it jumped. This is like, just, you don't want to do this. Like this gameplay is impossible to do, right? So it's ridiculous, blah 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 blah. Look how freaking slow this is. Like right now I'm getting like 13 frames per second or something. So super slow. So I'm gonna pause it, and I'm like, okay, that looks ridiculous. So I'm gonna go ahead and decrease the resolution. Instead of 3440 by 1440, let's go ahead and do the lowest, the next down, 2562 by 1440. I'm gonna accept that. Now it's not the whole screen, it's just this little square here, and then you see squares over on the side. But it's increased some, not a lot. Oh, I just died. Stop. Okay, I just died again. So anyway, 16 frames, so a little bit better. It still looks crappy, you know. The next one down, I'm just gonna do 1920 by 1080, right? Like standard HD type resolution. Now the screen decreased. Now I'm getting whopping 14 frames per second. Okay, but that's at the highest setting that this game gives you, like in epic, right? It may not look super epic, but I get a faster refresh rate. Look, it's 26, 20 something, not horrible. I can still move around and stuff. Okay, now let's take a look at the next one up, which was a GTX1660, which I purchased and tried for about a week or two. It wasn't too bad at all. It worked pretty okay, but it didn't push the monitor all the way to its limits, and I wanted to see it at not at its limits, but at a higher range of frames per second and other features. And so I used it for about a week. This is how it looked. So here I'm playing this super epic game. Right now I have it set up on like the highest of settings, which is epic, and I have a little frames per second counter here, but it's gone down to very low 30 frames per second. Of details. I'm gonna go through this hole and see what's up on the other side. Wow, look at all these details on that wall. There are little speckles of light here. It's pretty cool. Going through some mysterious hole here. Yeah. And then if I change the camera really quick, let me see if I can get it to do it. You'll see like little traces behind this robot's face. There are little traces there. I changed from epic to like a lower setting, so I'm gonna just put it on like medium so you can see like a more extreme difference. So now my refresh rate is at 60 frames per second. So now the robot, when I move it, there's no lag behind him, right? So I guess that's what differentiates the really high-end graphics cards. I'm learning about graphics cards as I go. So it came again, but this time it's a Evga Geforce Rtx 2060. And I got me a new GPU to replace the GTX650 with a GeForce RTX 2060 from 7 years after the one I had. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. So here is my new video card, Evga Geforce Rtx 2060 Nvidia Rtx DDR6 and DirectX 12. So it's got some crazy tape, but I have crazy claws. This claws ain't just for attracting mate. Reference. Tape. See, it acts as a knife. I opened it. Okay, so let's take a look. So opening it up right now. This is, as I understand it, the cheapest of the cheap RTX 2060 cards. Okay. Attention, electrostatic sensitive area. Do not enter any personal body parts into it. It's a little weird, but okay. Okay, comes wrapped up in a black foam-like thing. Okay, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Garbaggio. So again, attention, electrostatic sensitive area. Do not insert your PP in it because it could get shocked or something. Here we go. Oh, hello. How you doing? My name is Christian. It's pretty, man. She's pretty. All right, I'm gonna show it to you. So the bag has this beautiful metal plate that says GeForce Rtx2060, and a cool little design, and it's got this little protector, so that's cool. The little condoms, so it doesn't get all messed up with electrostatic discharges. You got EVGA here on the side, and it says EVGA GeForce Rtx2060. And let me do the thing I find the most satisfying about buying something new is removing these damn plastics. I hate these plastics. I hate them. It won't come off. No. It's hurting me physically. Oh, it's like, oh, this is so satisfying. God, I cannot tell you the satisfaction I get with removing this plastic. Look at the pleasure of looking at something without that damn plastic. It's beautiful. Woo. I really like this. It's like a black hardware. It's like a metallic black like hardware. It's got 3 ports. What's it got? DVI, HDMI, I think 2.0, and DisplayPort 1.4. Really pretty, man. Look at that shininess. Ah, so pretty. I hate those plastics. Anyway, really cool. Let's put it in the computer now and see what happens. So, the card that you see right there is a GTX650. That's about 7 or 8 years old by now. So, this card, let me go ahead and grab it this direction, and it comes out. Okay, so when I put it in, I have to put it in like this. Everything won't go on, man. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but something for sure. Oh wait, I think I just got it. I got it. I got it. Yes! It made it. Okay, so now I'll put the little thing here. Oh, she looks pretty. Okay, so I've installed the card, so now let's turn it on for the first time and see what happens. So, say, do I want to install it? And it says preparing to install. Installation complete. Yeah! So great. So now let's go to the library, and here's my little game that I was playing before. So I'm gonna say play. The last time I had this, it was all in medium settings at 1920 by 1080. I'm gonna go to like the highest freaking thing they have. I'm gonna put like 144 because this monitor can support up to 144 Hertz. I'm gonna put the highest resolution. Accept. So now we go, instead of medium, I'm gonna go ahead and send it all the way to Epic and watch to see what happens to the frames. Go back here, it's on Epic now, and it's still at 60 frames. How do I get it so it's higher than that? Wait, let me go down this thing so you can see the difference a little bit. Youpee! Ah, where's that crap? I'm gonna die. Okay, and freeze that. What? I'm a wizard! Woohoo! Seems like there's something going on with some guys. Oh no, it's one of those walker things. Whoosh. I'm a wizard! No, you going down. It paralyzed it. You going down because I'm awesome. I'm getting electrocuted. Oh god, why is this happening? Okay, you're about to go down. I pushed it back. Did you see that with my force powers? Bye bye. Okay. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, hell. So I figured out what's going on with this refresh rate. Turns out it's hard to see here, but there's a Windows setting that I have to enable. So you have to go to the display settings on Windows, and then you have to do advanced display settings. And once you do that, you go to the display properties, and then you go to the properties, and then there's a little section here that tells you, you have to put it at about 100 Hertz, which you can sort of see there. So now that I've checked that, let's take a look and see what happens with the game. So sure enough, I've come back to this stupid planet to check what's going on here. For now, the refresh rate showing about 70 frames per second here. 79, 81, 84, 90, 97, 95, 100. So there, now we're up to really high refresh rates. Pretty cool. Go get to where I was. I decided to come back to where I was at so we can do a comparison to the previous video that you saw. So this is with the RTX2060. I still suck and died. Oh wait, I didn't die. Whoa, the card makes you so you don't die. Holy crap, I'm good now at this game. Oh, you're about to die, man. Like that, just like that. That's how you die. Sass. Anyway, 84, 73, 91. It looks so good now. And now I get the whole freaking screen. It's awesome. So one last thing I wanted to show on this card is, in this game in particular, one thing I love doing is, so I'm gonna say travel to planet. I cannot get over how cool this cutscene is. Like, the spaceship sort of takes off from the planet. Look how pretty that spaceship is. Yeah, some sass or something. That guy is so sassy.
You think a guy like me doesn't know love?
Anyway,
Bet you're gonna tell me.
You go out into space.
It's the best.
This is so cool. I feel like I'm really in this spaceship right now. Like, wow, we went to hyperspeed. Bye
That's
bye.
actually very insightful.
Yeah, well,
I love doing that.
Can't look this good and I still
Look
feel
how
hard.
pretty this whole thing is. It's got like all these little controls and stuff and
We're about to drop out of
lights.
hyperspace.
So there you have it. The results are that based on whichever card you have, you can get different experiences for gaming. But it all depends where you're willing to compromise at, right? So if you have a big old screen like this one, you can have a smaller display, but you can still see a pretty good game, and you can still have a pretty good gaming experience. Not super fast refresh rates, frames per second, I mean, but you still get some pretty fun, cool graphics. So in the other hand, if you can't compromise with that and you just want something really cool, you could still use like that RTX card that I got, which is performing amazingly despite I threw a bunch of high graphics in there and set the games at high settings. You can still get a good, good frames per second, up to 100 I've seen in a lot of games, and still pretty useful. Either way, you can get away with any of those cards for gaming. It's just some of them look better than others. So how carried away do you want to get with it? It's basically what it comes down to. Thank you for watching, and like the video if you want to, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace out.